Have you ever played Skyblock for hours up on end? But then when you finish playing realise, or just think to yourself, what have I even done? Because I feel like I've done nothing. Well, it might surprise you, but I have that feeling all the time. In the past, I've made videos taking a look at your guys' scuffed profiles. Basically, profiles where you spent a ton of time and don't really have much on the game. So that's what we're going to do again today. Now, I can't help but think that these sort of videos are a little bit of cop-out and low effort, which in fairness they actually are. Hence why I don't really try to make too many of them. But you can't ignore what people who watch your videos want. They always do really well, they always get a lot of engagement, and I always get people asking for me to do more of them when I don't upload them in a while. So before you keyboard warriors start to type out, Nitros is running out of ideas. Nitros makes low quality content. I want you to know one thing.
We do not care.
Anyway, let's get on with it. The first profile we look at today is from a user called Overdrive3198. With these sort of videos, I'm going to go through the profile, and I want you to guess how many hours they have. First of all, we have Skyblock level 179. We've got 2 maxed out skills, runecrafting and taming, and then everything else is pretty mediocre. Mining 55, meh. Combat 49, meh. Farming 51 isn't bad, to be fair. Network of just less than 2 billion. Skill average 40. We've got a Necron armor set, which is very, very mediocre. Torrential helmet, yep, of course. Soul Weaver gloves, yeah, okay, nothing too crazy. Yogg setup, shark scale, fermento. Weapons, the best weapon we have is a Juju, and then we have a living dagger. And oh, giant sword, to be fair, I didn't see that. Magical power of 508, which is not ideal, to be fair, but not the end of the world. Elephant pet, is there anything else? That's all. Patter 29, Slayers all 7, Enderman 5. No Kudra at all, which is kind of understandable. In fact, no Crimson Isles at all. Yeah, so not the best, you know. Something's going a bit wrong somewhere. If you guessed 2.5k hours, then you'd be correct. Dude, what have you been doing? I don't really have anything else to say. So yeah, not the greatest profile I've ever seen. Yet again, probably not the worst profile we're going to see in this video. As always, just as a reminder, if you do want to be featured in a video like this in the future, then make sure to comment your IGN in the comments and maybe just tell me how many hours you've got on that profile. Before we do look at any more profiles, if you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS, it gets yourself 5% off. Also, you should subscribe to the channel, we're closing in on 60k, so I would appreciate if anyone who watches the videos and haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And you should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer slayers and dungeon carries, so if you need carries or want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. So the next profile we have is from somebody who goes by the name Tastes Like Soap. What an epic name. Skyblock level 153, Enchanting, Runecrafting Max, Taming 49, Mining 36, Farming 44, Combat 48. It's very mid in terms of the skills. Net worth is 341 mil. Fairy Soul's not looking too bad, 38 skill average. We have a half a melon set with rancher's boots and lantern helmet. We've got the Lotus set. There's a Terra helmet and Necron setup, which is almost all 10 starred ish with not great attributes. And yeah, we've got a Juju shortbow and Axe of the Shredded, and that's pretty much it. Magical power of 366. Mushroom cow pet. The Eerie pet with a skeleton, but not too much else. Not really any farming tools, nothing for fishing. Cat of 30, which in comparison to the rest of the profile isn't bad. Slayers looking interesting. Yeah, not really too much going on this profile, if I'm being completely honest. It doesn't look like they've done the rift. Yeah, not too much to note. So how many hours have they got on this profile? They have 1,000 hours with a 340 mil net worth on a regular profile. This is... something's going wrong once again. In fairness, compared to the rest of the profile, the Skyblock level isn't that bad. Even though it's not great, that could be achievable in just a matter of a month or so. Maybe even less. Tastes Like Soap, if you're watching this video, what happened? I know I'm not really one to talk, but what's going on? Okay, next up we have Husky Gamer 16. What do we have here? We have Skyblock level 61, so a relatively new player, let's assume. Highest skills being Mining 29, Enchanting, Fishing and Combat. None of them are great, barely any of the Fairy Souls. 68 million net worth. Yeah, not great. Ender, Setup, Lime Heart, an LTD, maybe is that the best? Yep. 107 magical power. Chicken pet. Got a 522. I mean, that's not that bad, is it? That's a 2. Damn Daniel. Slayer's not looking very good. Yeah, not great. If I was to guess sort of how long it should probably take you to get to this point, I'd probably say maybe like 50 hours? Or something like that. Considering Skyblock level 61, that's decently high for probably 50 hours. But everything else is very easily obtainable. So it turns out Husky Gamer 16 has 450 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot of hours, but for the profile is ridiculous. That is it's a lot of hours. So even though he only has 450 hours, it kind of mitigates just how bad this really is, because this is terrible. Like, for 450 hours, this is bad. This is not good. Maybe you could flip some enchanted cactus green, make some coins, you know, that sort of thing. So, the last profile that we're going to be taking a look at in this video goes by the name of Leifeld Lesk, I think. Looks very different to the other profiles we're taking a look at, considering it's level 300. We've got enchanting, combat, taming, alchemy, runecrafting, all maxed out. Mining 57, farming 51, fishing 43, origin 23, which is understandable. On face value, this doesn't look bad at all. A net worth of 4.7 billion, which to be honest is quite low for considering everything else on the profile that we've seen so far. Scavenge of 48, which is probably relatively low for a level 300 as well, on the low side, I don't know. Almost all the furry souls, so that's good. 11k weight, not bad at all. We've got a semi-decent Necron set to an extent. There's also half of a pretty interesting Goldor set. Half Sorrow and half Yogg, I've not seen that before. What else do we have? Femento setup. Yeah, there's not too much else going on. Weapons are an Axe of the Shredded, and a Juju, and a Reaper Scythe, a Gemstone Gauntlet, a Daedalus Axe. Huh. Magical power of 864. Interesting. Well, to be fair, he's got a golden dragon. It's not quite hatched, but it's definitely getting there. Actually, quite a decent amount of pets as well. A 455 with ultimate wise on. That is interesting. Cat of 37, which is not too bad. Not great, but not bad. Rev 9, not bad. Looks like he might have maxed out the Rift, considering he's max level, which is pretty cool. But then Void Gloom 5, so he can't use the term. Wolf 7, Spider 8. And then, let's see, Kudra, he's done 24 runs of basic and 3 runs of hot. That's not great for level 300. Let's see, what has he got? All the time charms? Yeah, he has. I think, oh, is there one more? Is there 8 time charms? I could be wrong, that might be all of them. It's a very interesting one, this one, because it's a relatively high Skyblock level, although he has a pretty low net worth, considering the level. Doesn't have a Hyper or Terminator, hasn't really done Kudra. Doesn't really have any, I mean, doesn't have the greatest selection of weapons, relatively low magical power. So, this profile has got 4.7k hours on it, which is, I don't know, it's high. It is high. Level 300 is still pretty low for 4.7k hours. Scavenge isn't great. Weapon situation is not good. Magical power isn't very good for the amount of playtime and the level. Makes me think, how have you managed to get level 300 if I'm being completely honest? I mean, there's many ways to be high level, but your profile not fully reflects it. But it's not the worst profile I've ever seen. Like, there's way worse. It's not that bad, but it's a lot of hours. But anyway, like I said at the start of the video, if you want to be included in maybe the next iteration of this video, then please let me know what your IGN is in the comments if it's scuffed, and make sure you let me know how many hours you've actually got on the game too. But other than that, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.